What happens when a simple office rivalry escalates into a full-blown prank war, culminating in a legendary act of comedic vengeance at one of Europe's biggest tech conferences? In the seemingly ordinary world of corporate tech, two brilliant minds, Kevin and Sarah, were known for their competitive spirit. But in 2024, their rivalry took a hilarious turn. It started with a stapler encased in gelatin, a classic move. It escalated to a desk filled with balloons. Then came the auto-correcting keyboards and the phantom mouse movements. Each prank was more elaborate, more ingenious than the last. The entire office became a willing audience to their creative one-upmanship. But when Sarah executed a prank so perfectly timed it left Kevin speechless for days, he knew the game had changed. The battlefield was no longer their shared office space. The new arena was the prestigious London Tech Conference, where Sarah was set to give the keynote address. Kevin began to plot not just a prank, but a masterpiece of misdirection and technological tomfoolery. This is the story of how one man's quest for comedic payback became the most talked-about event of the year. A legendary tale of corporate shenanigans known as Kevin's Revenge. The year 2024 began like any other at the bustling offices of Innovatech. But for Kevin, a meticulous software engineer, January 15th marked the beginning of a Cold War. The instigator was Sarah, the company's charismatic head of marketing, and her weapon of choice was deceptively simple: lime-flavored gelatin. Encased within the shimmering, wobbly green prison was Kevin's prized possession, his vintage red stapler. The office held its collective breath as he discovered the culinary crime. Sarah's triumphant smirk was met not with anger, but with a slow, calculating smile. He didn't say a word, but his eyes promised a reckoning. The gelatin gambit was not an ending, but a declaration of a hilarious, protracted war. Retaliation was swift and shiny. A week after the gelatin incident, Sarah arrived to find her entire workspace transformed into a futuristic landscape of aluminum foil. Every pen, her ergonomic keyboard, even the leaves of her desk plant, were meticulously wrapped. Kevin had escalated the conflict from culinary mischief to artistic installation. The office was now a theater of espionage. Whispered alliances formed by the coffee machine. Post-it notes containing cryptic warnings and fake intelligence were passed like state secrets. Colleagues became unwitting pawns or willing double agents in their game. The prank war was no longer just for laughs. It was a strategic battle for psychological dominance. The battleground shifted to the Innovate Forward Tech Conference in London. This was Kevin's grand opportunity. While Sarah polished her keynote speech on AI integration, Kevin's hotel room became a strategic command center. He wasn't just packing socks, he was plotting a coup de théâtre. Spread across his bed were blueprints of the main auditorium, speaker schedules, and a list of assets, sympathetic tech support staff he'd befriended online. The plan was intricate, relying on precise timing and a deep understanding of the venue's network infrastructure. He was crafting a masterpiece, a prank so perfectly executed it would echo through tech history. The main hall was silent, anticipation palpable. Sarah commanded the stage, her voice confident as she navigated the opening slides of her keynote. And our Q3 projections show, she began, clicking the remote. The screen flickered. Instead of a bar chart, a high-definition image of a golden retriever puppy, wearing a tiny construction helmet filled the 40-foot display. A gasp, then a ripple of laughter. Click. A slide of kittens in a boardroom. Click. A hamster at a tiny desk. Sarah froze, staring at the adorable chaos as the auditorium erupted in joyful applause. In the back row, hidden in shadow, Kevin lowered his custom-built signal hijacker with a satisfied smile. Checkmate. The prank, dubbed Keynote Critters Online, became the unexpected highlight of the conference. It was a viral marketing triumph. And her company's brand suddenly felt human and relatable. He didn't gloat. He simply offered her a paper cup of coffee. You all talk, yours. The first entry one beyond. Where go Nim for me. Oh. Mafia favorite
This throat to the is made of my color loud, safe in filter in pain, so Now empiece en paz.
She looked from the coffee to his face, and a genuine smile broke through her professional veneer. Truce, she confirmed, taking the cup. Until next year's budget meeting. The war was over, but a legendary partnership had just been cemented in the annals of office history.